Well, good morning. It is 24th of July at 4:35 a.m. I've barely slept, but it is online check-in day now, so we can check in because we're first-time cruisers. We can check in 30 days before. I'll pop up on all the details on the screen for the other Castaway club members' dates, so you can check in. So I've got my coffee ready. I'm very tired. I've got all my documents. So we got a photo of me, photo of Gemma, photo of our passports as well, and they're all in a folder ready to go. We're hoping to try and get as early of a port arrival time as we can. So I'm not going to be vlogging as I'm doing the actual check-in, but I will do a screen record and talk over it in the future because I just want to try and get it done. I will be ringing Johnny and Rebecca in a few minutes. Gemma is still in bed at the moment. I'm going to make sure that she's awake as well because she needs to do the royal gathering as well. So as well as doing the online check-in 30 days before for everyone, any Castaway club member status, they have to do the royal gathering, which is the ones where you get to see the princesses, and it's a free activity on board. And so Gemma's going to try and do that, and she's going to try and do it for all four of us because our bookings is linked. So we shall show you that and talk through that again. We'll do that. We'll just carry on doing it, and then I'll talk about it then over the top. So yeah, it's very early in the morning. These things that we do, but yeah, let's go up to the office now and set everything up. Ring Johnny and Rebecca, drink my coffee, and let's hope for about 12:30 port arrival time. I think that'll be a nice one, but fingers crossed. Right, so as you can tell, it's not 5 a.m. in the morning. What happened was I got up at 4:30 a.m. I rang Johnny. We were speaking together on the phone, had it all recorded. It was all going well. We done everything, and then when I went to edit the video, the file was disappeared, so I don't know where that went. So what I'm going to do is just going to do it now on here. And I'll just talk you through the process of how to do it very quickly and things like that. So our details are going to be already in there, but I'm going to talk you through what we did and what we recommend to get as quick as you can to get a really early port arrival time. Also, if you get ready as well, so I've got my passport and my photo, Gemma's passport and Gemma's photo there as well. So that's all ready and labeled up, so there's no confusion of what is what on that. But if we go back now to the website, so we need to go then into already booked and then down to online check-in. So I recommend having like the world clock or something like that on your phone. So as soon as it clicks on 0, you need to be clicking that check in button. So you check on that, and then you go, it might ask you to log in. So I recommend clicking on it to log in first. So then when it is 5 a.m, then it'll all be on there. So it did say that I was logged in, but because it's my first session doing it right now, it's just asking me to double check. So let's go book that in. Okay, so we are now booked in. As you can see on there, it says stateroom 10545, 1 of 2. Because I've got Johnny and Rebecca's reservations on it as well, I can do it for them if they wanted me to, but they were doing it at the same time. So once you've done that, then you can scroll down and it says on there, I'm already checked in, but that would be start your check-in, so you click on that. But we're going to go to modify check-in at the moment. Now this is going to be very similar to how it was, but there's a few different different ways, so it'll just automatically go and you just click on next and stuff like that. But this is going into them each individually just to show you what it really goes on with. So first of all is the guest information, so we'll click on that, and you have to input this for every single person that's in your party, in your state room. So it's easier for me and Gemma because there was just 2 of us, so we could do it very quickly. Now I'm going to show you ways as well of how to do it very swiftly, so just bear with me with that one. So when you click on that and it comes up for me, it'll already have my my name and my date of birth already on there because that's part of my Disney account anyway. Then you enter your address. Sometimes it's already there. I've just went back and deleted it all off for this little example. So it might already be there, so just double check it. It's worth knowing that in the contact information bit here, that will be +1. You need to change it to +44 for UK, and then put your contact number in there. You could put your preferred language in, and then your emergency contact, and again that country code will need to be +44. Now the best thing with this one is you can go use the same information, so you click on that and it'll put all our information, the emergency contact, the address and stuff like that, into the next person. Now I recommend doing that anyways, even if it is somebody different, just to speed up the process, right? So if somebody's staying in somewhere else and got different emergency contact details, just do that quickly, just to get through to your next stage, and then make sure to go back and change all those things there. But then you've got the identification bit, it's the next bit then. So you have to then put in what type of identification is it. It was my passport, so I clicked on that passport, and then I uploaded the photo. It says upload there, so you put that in, and I was already there because it was in my little box ready, so I clicked on that, put that up there. Now it does give you it fills in then all your information, so it gives you your full name on there, the ID number, so the passport number, date of birth, the expiration date of the passport as well, and the country issued. So I've blurred that out because obviously it's all my personal details, so I've blurred that out for the moment. And then the next bit then to do is the selfie bit. So I've already had my photo done and I was ready to go, so I clicked on upload and it was all on there. So that was really easy then. The do's and don'ts, so color photo, no filters at all, they will know. From shoulders up, looking forward, so mine was like kind of shoulders up, you can't really see my shoulders, but that's fine. Face clearly visible, so no hats, no glasses or anything like that. I'm only one person in the photo. Do not use your citizen ID photo, so the photo that's on my passport, you can't use that. No hat or object on head. No sunglasses. I think you can wear glasses, just no sunglasses. No other people in or objects in the photo, and obviously it's a nice plain background there. It will tell you if it's failed and things like that, and you just have to re-upload them then. Some people have said that sometimes it's a bit blurry. We have some people in the Facebook group say that their image was deemed too blurry, so just retake it and upload it again then on that. So then you click on save, and it goes on then to do the same then for Gemma. So I click on that and do all the details there, and then you click on continue. And I highly recommend then doing cash, and then it'll just speed you through like so cash, and yes, I agree to the terms. And then you can set then who you're paying for, who gives permissions and all stuff like that. And if you notice, look, traveling with Stateroom 2020, which is Johnny and Rebecca's, I can add my details, my card stuff to their room as well. But obviously I'm not going to do that. Sorry, Johnny and Rebecca. And then you go, I assume full responsibility for all the amounts, blah, 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 blah. You click save on that, and then if you have got a credit card, you can go back and do it. Obviously I still need to do mine, so I will be doing that in a bit. So then it moves then on to the port arrival form, and what happens is if I go back to the overview a second, no, it doesn't go to the port arrival, it goes to travel plans. It's skipped a bit on there. So travel plans, there we go. So you still have to do that for every member of your party as well. But then we go to travel plans, click on the edit. So just ask you typical things. Flight information. Are you flying in for the cruise? No, we're not. Where will you be going? So after your cruise, where will you be going? Other hotels or address. So it's like other hotels or address. That should be select home address. So then the home address are there, blah, blah, blah. How are you leaving the port terminal? Car parked at ship terminal, or Disney transfer, private transfer, rental car or shuttle. And as you notice, Disney transfer is grayed out because we don't have that in Britain. So which guests share the same travel plans as you? So just click that for Gemma, save, and job done then, because for some reason it doesn't say home address on there. And the next bit then is your port arrival time. So when you click on that, it will appear all these different times, and here we go. So we got the 12 to 12:15, which is what we actually booked. We were really happy with that. You can as well keep checking, because they might release some earlier ones. We missed it, but we know a lot of people who had times of 11:45 up to 1:32 p.m. and they went back on it on a certain day, and they managed to get 10:45 a.m. so they can get on the ship. We missed it. We were really gutted because we did want to try and get on the ship earlier. But there we go. So you just click on that, click on continue, and then you go into the cruise contract bit. Sorry. So we always read these, don't we? Yes. So it's like, it is a lot of the things in there about what you're going to need, things that are prohibited and all stuff like that. Health and fitness as well. Pregnancy, because women who have entered the 24th week of pregnancy, we refused to. I thought it was. I just wanted to read into that, see if thing. If you're 24 weeks or more pregnant, then you can't come on board, and I think babies under the age of 6 months aren't allowed on board either. So you just scroll all the way down, and unless you do want to read it all, there, so you can print it or email it to yourself. You can go, I read, blah blah blah, complete check-in there, and then you'll have your port arrival form. Now this is very important, because you will need this when you're arriving. You're going to need your, if you're parking and in the port, you need your parking permit, and you also need this port arrival form. Now if there are people in your car that aren't haven't got the same port arrival time, then they will refuse you entry on that point, I believe. So also make sure that they've got the same port arrival time and they've got all their documents as well, because obviously there's 4 of us going to be in the car when we arrive. So me and Gemma will have ours, and then Johnny and Rebecca will have theirs as well. So we have got that saved as a PDF now, and we have sent it as an email as well. So there we go. So there we go. Do's: arrive to the port at your select port arrival time. Guests who arrive early will be asked to return at their scheduled arrival time. Bring all documents you submitted as part of your online check-in with you to the port along with this form. So if you're doing ones in Florida, you're going to need like your ESTAs and stuff like that. Go to disneycruise.com/app and download the free Disney Cruise Line Navigator app to your personal device. Highly recommend doing that. Don't pack the documents you submitted as part of your online check-in or this form in your checked luggage. You will need them with you when you check in at the port. Don't pack beer or wine in your checked luggage. Alcohol you're bringing on board must be carried with you. And the alcohol policy is blah, blah, blah. We'll come to about that when we do our packing video. Don't bring prohibited items to the cruise terminal or ship. A complete list of prohibited items is available. Again, we'll go through that with the packing video, but just to let you know, it's like if there is something deemed prohibited, then they will keep it at the port for you. They'll bag it up and label it and stuff like that. So then you can go and pick them up when you return. But that is the check-in-ins process, really. It's like, it's daunting to think, oh my god, I got to do all this and stuff, but if you're prepared, you have your photo, you have your passport scan, you label them correctly as well, so they are in it. Because like if I added my photo to Gemma's passport, it would mess all things up and you have to go back in and things. So the best thing to do now is once you have checked in on there, you can go back and make sure everything is all hunky-dory on there. It's like I need to go back now and I need to change Gemma's emergency contact. So then it's like I've got my father for my emergency contact, and we're going to put down either Gemma's father or mother down for her emergency contact. So we got 2 different emergency contacts just in case one person doesn't get hold of the other, really, or they can't get a hold of either of them. And also we need to put down my credit card details on there, or whatever card you're going to use, a Monzo or a Revolut card, whatever you're going to use on there. Or you can just kind of use in cash, but we're going to put a credit card on there because I don't have any fees and stuff when I use my credit card, and it's easier then to like look back at it later, and you're protected a bit more as well. So yeah, happy days on there. Right, well, that was very successful. We managed to get through it. It was straightforward. And yeah, we got 12:15 as our port arrival time, which is great. So we should hopefully be on by 1:15. So that gives us plenty of time to grab something to eat, have a little look around the atrium, and have a little look at the Oceaneers Club and all stuff like that. So we could have a good explore before we have to get ready for the muster drill and then the sail away party. So really happy with that, really happy. And Gemma managed to get the Royal Gathering, and the Royal Gathering was sold out in 10 minutes. We're part of a Facebook group, and a lot of people said that they tried, and by 5:10 it was all gone. It was really all gone. So you've got to decide, if there's only one of you doing your check-ins and stuff like that, then you've got to weigh up, is it worth, do you really want Royal Gathering, or do you want an earlier port arrival time? But a lot of people, even like 5:30, they were saying their port arrival time was like 1:15. So it's not too bad really, and things like, so I think obviously the later in the day that you choose it, you do it, the later it will be. But it was very straightforward for us. I was talking to Johnny over the phone, so then we were doing it in pretty much unison, so we can make sure that we got the same time, so we can get on together then. But no, it's very straightforward. If you've got any questions about it, then please do pop them down and I shall answer them. So that is the online check-in process. Now, to me, it's not that bad. It's like, it can be stressful. I can appreciate if you've got 4, 5, 6 people. It can be quite stressful for there, but it was easy enough for us. Also, when you're doing your online check-in, that's when you register that if you've got children in there, that they're going to be going into the kids clubs. It's like, obviously I don't have the experience of that, I'm afraid, but if you join your cruise group on Facebook and ask the questions, there'll be lots of people on there that's been on before and can give you loads of information. So I highly recommend going and searching for your cruise on Facebook just to see who's on there, and there'll be lots of people giving plentiful of advice and things there. But do recommend search for your questions first in the group, and then read up on certain things, and then if you haven't got your answer you want, then ask it then, because sometimes people get fed up of answering the same question over and over on there, really. But yeah, it's like that is all done and dusted now, guys. So there we go, we are now all done with our online check-in stuff. So I've just got to go back and add those credit card details, like I said. But next is going to be the packing list. So I'll go through all the packing and everything. I'll show you my pirate costume as well, so I'm very proud of my pirate costume. And then we'll do hopefully a bit of a time lapse of Gemma actually packing them, because she is a packing master. We've got new like compression packing cube thingamajiggies, so she's gonna give those a go as well. It's like, if you watch our packing video for Florida last year, it's quite funny because we did a bit of a packing challenge. I did it one way and Gemma done it another way, just to see who could get more stuff in a case, so check that one out. But there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and the notification bell, and also please join our membership for 99 pence, or you can be a Skybot tier for 8.99. Both tiers will have access to our videos as soon as we upload them for you, so you can binge watch them if you want, or watch one a day, just so it spreads out things a lot easier for you. But until another Details, bye guys.